Though one should not be negative in life, but while learning a new language, we should know how to form the negative of a sentence. In today's lesson, we'll be learning the topic la négation, which means the negation. Bonjour et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. I'm your French language instructor Suchita, back with a new video on la négation, which means the negation. We post videos on French language lessons on daily basis, and in case you want to learn the French language, consider subscribing. All of us know how to form a positive sentence, but what about forming the negative sentence? For that, we have to basically search where is the verb in our sentence. So after searching for the verb, we put ne before the verb and pa after the verb. The pronunciation is ne and pa. This ne changes into n apostrophe when we have a vowel after ne. That means when the verb is starting with a vowel. Vowel means vowel. Now we know what are vowels in French: A, E, I, O, U, Y and H. Très bien. Now let's take this sentence as an example. Il parle français. Now here, what is the verb? The word parler is our verb. So before parler we put ne, and after parler we put pas. So the sentence becomes il ne parle pas français. Now the meaning of il parle français was he speaks French, and il ne parle français, the meaning is he doesn't speak French. Now let's consider the second example. Elle aime les fruits, which means she likes the fruits. Now here, where do we have the verb? I have not marked it. So here, très bien. Ça c'est le verbe. This is the verb. So we put, what do we put? Ne or n apostrophe? Since the verb is beginning with a vowel, which means vowel A, so we put n apostrophe. And the sentence becomes elle n'aime pas, pas after the verb, les fruits, and the meaning becomes she doesn't like fruits. Now we'll take this topic la négation a little bit further, and there is a very important note over here. In negative sentences, the indefinite articles. What are indefinite articles? Un, une and they. And partitive articles, which are du, de la, they and the L apostrophe. These articles change into the or D apostrophe. Now for this, we'll quote certain examples to understand this topic in a better way. J'ai un stylo, which means what? I have a pen. Now, where is the verb over here? Yes, the verb avoir. Now, this verb, before the verb, we are going to put n apostrophe. Why? Because this is a vowel. After the verb, we are going to put pa in order to make it negative. Now, this is which article? This is indefinite article. So, while forming it negative, this indefinite article changes into the. So, from j'ai un stylo, it becomes je n'ai pas de stylo. I have a pen. I do not have any pen. Now, the second example, il y a des étudiants dans la classe, which means there are some students in the class. So, although this is the verb in the sentence, but it happens in this case that from il y a, it changes into il n'y a pas. That means ne is applied before e, that is why, and pa is applied after a. So, it becomes il n'y a pas. Now, this is indefinite article which changes into D apostrophe due to this rule. So, il n'y a pas d'étudiants, because here we have a vowel. So, D apostrophe dans la classe. Now, the third example is for partitive articles. Il mange du pain. Du is what? Partitive article. So, he eats some bread. So, this is the verb over here. So, before the verb we have ne, and after the verb we have pas. So, il ne mange pas du pain. It changes into il ne mange pas de pain. Now, une règle très importante. A rule which is very, very important. What happens in the case of definite articles? Le is definite article over here. So, j'adore le thé, which means I love the tea. Now, this is the verb over here. We put n apostrophe before the verb and pa after the verb. This le being the definite article will never change in case of negative sentences. From j'adore le thé, it changes into je n'adore pas le thé. Now we'll study the exception of the previous rule that we have just studied. In case of verb être, this rule does not apply. We'll understand this with the help of example. The first example is c'est une guitare, which means what? This is a guitar. Now the verb is over here. We'll apply n apostrophe before the verb and pa after the verb. Now une, according to the rule, should have been the over here, but since it is the verb être, so une will remain une. It will not change into the. So c'est une guitare, ce n'est pas une guitare. This is a guitar, this is not a guitar. Ce sont des oiseaux, which means what? These are some birds. Now this is again the verb être. So before the verb we have ne and after the verb we have pas. So now this is also again indefinite article. This will not change into d apostrophe because of the same rule, and ce sont des oiseaux, and it will change into ce ne sont pas des oiseaux. Thank you very much for the wonderful response that we are getting in the form of likes and comments. If you want me to teach any specific topic that you are facing the problem with, do let me know in the comment section. Bon courage and keep learning.